Hey, what's up everyone? TJ here. In this video, I'm going to break down the LibTech MC Wayfinder snowboard. I was able to test this one out in Japan. We had some really great conditions for the test. I'm excited to share my thoughts with you guys. Let's get right into it. The MC Wayfinder is a powder focused snowboard. It's very directional and it comes through with a nice surfy feel. Tons of float out of this one. Comparable to those other short wide shapes, kind of like the Storm Chaser here behind me. But the Wayfinder does still have a little bit of tail to it outside your back foot, which I think makes it much more versatile. Definitely very noticeable, especially as you're going through more variable terrain, as you're exploring in between those zones looking for powder stashes. It runs LibTech's C2 camber profile, so that's going to be a rocker dominant shape overall. It has rocker between the feet with camber underfoot to help give the board a little bit more stability, a little bit more energy, but it's going to set you up nicely to easily stay floating on top of the powder and also make for some nice, quick, easy turns. You're going to find a 21mm taper in the Wayfinder, so the tail is quite a bit more narrow than the nose of the snowboard, and it also has a massive setback, a 4-inch setback, which is naturally going to sit you much closer to the tail of the snowboard. Those two things, along with the overall directional shape, has a much longer nose outside the contact points than it does a tail, are going to give this board that classic powder snowboard look. Really wide. You can ride it at a much shorter length and it's still going to give you tons of float and great powder performance. And something else that helps with that, as well as for the carving, is actually how wide it is. So it's over 26 centimeters at the waist, increasing the overall surface area of the snowboard, helping to spread out your weight when you're on that softer snow and make it more easy to float. And like I mentioned before, allows you to ride a bit of a smaller size, still give you that great float, but give the board a much more maneuverable feel. That width is also going to be helpful for carving. If you do take it out on groomers, it'll allow you to set the board at a much more aggressive angle, particularly helpful if you have a larger boot size, but still a ton of fun regardless of what size boot you wear. And it has a very tight side cut radius. It has a 4.8 meter side cut. So what that's going to do is set you up for really quick, snappy turns, has a very energetic feel to it, and goes along with the overall maneuverable kind of feel and theme that you're going to find in the MC Wayfinder. You're going to get that quick turning, responsive feel on the Wayfinder whether you're on hard pack or in the soft snow. It's not the most stable snowboard overall. It does have a pretty playful feel to it. I'd say the flex is right around a medium flex, maybe just on the softer side of medium. I weigh around 150 pounds for reference for you guys. And it does feel a little bit softer in the nose and in the tail. And some of that does come just from the nature of the shape of this style of snowboard. You've got less tail than you do nose, so you can get more leverage as you lean into the nose and also more float out of the nose. That was something I noticed on drops into the powder that you kind of have to account for. That nose is gonna push back and push up. So if you anticipate that, this board still does really well on drops, but if you're not careful, the nose can pop up and kind of shift your weight forward. But once you're aware of that, you feel that out a couple of times, this board is a lot of fun for drops as well. It's also nice to be able to dip that tail down if you're going to be landing on more firm snow, help ease that landing a little bit and not have to take the full impact into your legs. That tail can help absorb a little bit of that for you. Last call out tech-wise is that this board does run magnet traction. So that's going to be that kind of wavy, serrated edge going down the side cut. Super helpful as you're going in between powder zones. Maybe you come across some firm snow or some ice, or even when you're out there carving, it really helps to bite down and maintain that in control feel. The Wayfinder is going to be an ideal choice for the really deep days. It's going to float straight away. You don't have to get this board up to speed before you start to feel it kind of playing on top of the powder, and it allows you to ride in a more relaxed body position. So you're never going to have to worry about that rear leg fatigue that you can sometimes get when you're riding powder, especially on boards that don't offer quite as much float as this one. And I really enjoyed how maneuverable it was as well. It's a lot of fun in the trees. It's really easy to snake and swivel this snowboard around, even going through really tight sections, playing around on side hits, getting those quick snappy turns on groomers as well. That's what I'm thinking of when I think of the MC Wayfinder. Going to be ideal for that style of riding, those conditions, but still have a little bit of versatility to it as well for everything in between. All right guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to see more about the MC Wayfinder, I'll have it linked down below. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and don't forget that if you use the links in the description, it helps to support the channel. Really appreciate it guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a new one soon. See ya.